So today we are going to continue our chapter 1, which is operations on sets. In this chapter we have to apply some operations on the sets. Okay, let's continue. As you already know, what is set? So basically a set is a collection of objects. So here the object is the elements of the set. Okay, here we are going to discuss about the different representation of the set. So a set can be represented in three forms: descriptive form, set builder form, and tabular form. Okay, what is descriptive form? Descriptive form is the form in which the elements of the set state in words. For example, set A includes the set of first 5 natural numbers. Okay, let's recall what is natural number. Natural number are those numbers which are start from 1 and up to so on. So set of first 5 natural number means the set A includes 5 elements which are 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So a second form is tabular form. Tabular form is the form in which the elements of the set written directly. For example, set A includes 5 elements. So third one is set builder form. Set builder form is the form in which we have to apply some rule. For example, x, such that x is a natural number and x is less than 6. Again natural number, so start from 1 to 5 because x is less than 6. So you can see that in all three forms, set A includes 5 elements which are 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, but its representation is different. So let's move on next topic, which is types of set. So there are different types of set which we will discuss. First is empty set. Empty set is a set which contains no element. It is denoted by empty braces or a symbol phi. Next is finite set, a set containing only finite number of elements. This is called finite set, or you can say that limited number of elements. For example, set C includes only 4 elements, which is 1, 4, 9 and 16. Next is infinite set, a set which is not finite, or which you can say which is unlimited. This is called infinite set. For example, set D start from 1 and up to so on. Okay, next is disjoint set. Disjoint set is a set in which they have no common element. For example, set A includes the element 1, 2 and 3 and set F includes the element 4, 5 and 6. So you can see that the elements of set E doesn't belong to the elements of set F. So this is called disjoint set. Next, overlapping set. The set which have at least one common element, this is called overlapping set. For example, set G includes 3 elements which is 1, 2 and 3, and set H also includes 3 elements which is 2, 3 and 4. You can see that the second element of G, which is 2, belongs to the element of set H, and 3 also belongs to the set H. So this is called overlapping set. Next, equal set. A set which contains the same element are called equal set. That is, the every element of set L belongs to set M and every element of set M belongs to set L. This is called equal set. Next, equivalent set. A set which have equal number of elements. Equivalent set doesn't need the same element, it has same number of elements, which is set J involve 3 elements and set K also include 3 elements. So this is called equivalent set. Even though the number are completely different, but they are equivalent. Next, universal set. A set which contains all the sets under consideration is called universal set. Universal set is like union. For example, set A includes 3 elements which are Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday, and set B 2 elements which are Thursday and Friday. So universal set is days of week. Next, subset. A set that is fully contained in a bigger set, and the bigger set is called the superset. For example, there are 3 elements in set A which are 2, 4 and 6. You can see that the elements of set A belongs to the element of set B, 2, 4 and 6. So set A is the subset of set B, and set B is the superset of set A, because set B is the bigger set. Okay, there are some symbols which we use in set. These are, the first one is equal to symbol. You can see that all the elements of these two sets are equal, so they are equal set. Next is not equal to. You can see that all the elements are not equal, like 1, 2, 1, 2 and this one is 5 and this one is 4. So this set is not equal to, although they are equivalent but not equal to. So this is the symbol of member of. Member of means the element of, like 3 is the member of or the element of this one set, as 3 include in this set. Next, not member of, like 3 is not the member of this one set. Next, 5. 5 is the symbol of empty set or null set. For example, empty braces. Next, proper subset. So set A includes 3 elements which is 1, 2 and 3, and set B also includes 2 elements which are 1 and 2. So you can see that the every element of set B belongs to set A. So B is a proper subset of set A. Next, not proper subset. You can see that set A includes 3 elements which are 1, 2 and 3. Set B includes 2 elements which are 0 and 4. So you can see that every element of set B doesn't belong to set A. So B is not a proper subset of set A. Next, this is the symbol of union. So union of two sets. Set A includes 2 elements which are 1 and 2. Set B also includes 2 elements which are 2 and 3. So the union of A and B is 1, 2 and 3. We can write repeated element only once. So 1, 2 and 3. Next, this is the symbol of intersection. So set A includes 3 elements which are 1 and 2. Set B includes 2 elements which are 2 and 3. So the intersection of A and B is 2. So basically in intersection we have to write the element which are common in both sets. So here 2 is common in both sets. So we can write here 2. Okay, now we'll move to the exercise 1. Question number 1, filling the blanks. Okay, if A equals 2, set A involves 3 elements which are A, T and E. So we have to show n of A. N basically shows the number of elements. You can see that set A includes 3 elements. So n of A equals to 3. Okay. Second one is, if B equal to the letter of word banana, then n of B equals to dash. So again n shows the number of element. So we can say that the word banana B 1, 2, 3. A is repeated, so we don't count. N is again repeated, so we don't count N. A is again repeated. So letter of word banana, only 3 elements. Okay, third one is if C equals to X such that X is a counting number less than 10. So the number less than 10, 9 numbers. So N of C equals to 9. Okay, fourth question is if D equal to X such that X is a letter in the word sleeves. So you can count the number of elements in the letter sleeve. 1, 2, 3. E is repeated, so we don't count. 4 is again repeated, so we don't count. S is again repeated. So there are 4 elements. So we can write here 4. Fifth one is if E equal to X such that X is an odd number divisible by 2. Okay, let's recall what are the odd number. The number which are not divisible by 2, or you can say that 1, 3, 5 and 7. So there is not an odd number which are divisible by 2. So N of E equals to 0. I hope you understand this lecture. If you find any difficulty, then do ask. Thank you.